Hello felines, this is Kitty Cat Plays with Yarn here, and welcome to another room build. Today I am building a pretty basic living room, and what I did for this build, I actually ended up basing it off the rug that you see in there right now, and I really enjoy how this turned out actually. I haven't done a build where I base it off one item in a very long time, if ever. I honestly can't remember if I ever have, so maybe, maybe not. But that's what I did here, and I really enjoy how the room turns out. It ends up having a TV and a fireplace, like a little cat corner, basically. And it also has a bookshelf and a Don't Wake the Llama table. So there are plenty of things to do just in this room. Lots of ways to get skills up, like your TV, your bookshelf. Don't Wake the Llama I don't think is like a skill, but oh well, I guess. But yeah, I really enjoy how this ended up turning out. It's pretty monochromatic with just like pops of the blue and orange that are in the rug, but I thought that was pretty fitting because that's basically what the rug is. It's like black and white, or gray and white, whatever you want to call that, with the pops of color. So that's what I ended up doing in the room itself. And you are going to see me struggle with couches, and I think that's what's coming up right now, because I just had no clue what I wanted to put in for couches. I was thinking like the ones I always go for, and then I was like, well, maybe these seasons ones could work, but I felt like the color was just like too off. I ended up going with some base game, like the super modern base game ones, and I think it turns out okay. And I actually used those tables from Spot A, sized them down, and put lots of things on them via the red shelf, which is a piece of custom content, basically, that you can put anywhere, and you put items on it, and then those items will stay at that height, so you can put things on things without having to raise them up using the 9 and 0 keys, because the 9 and 0 keys have like certain constraints, I guess, if that makes any sense. I feel like that kind of makes sense. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here, and I added lots of clutter. I just felt like it was like a really good place for all of that stuff, and I thought it looked really cute, so I was very happy with it. And yeah, and if you didn't notice, I did place those items before I placed the table, because if I had placed the table first, since I sized it down, they were snapping to the slots on the table, which was really frustrating. So that's why I had to put the items there first. So yeah, that's what happened there. And as far as the Don't Wake the Llama table, I know it's super random because I know, at least I never friggin' use that table, like, ever. But the reason I did here was because I was like, I need something to put in this corner, like maybe a game kind of thing, da 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 da. And then I saw the Don't Wake the Llama table and I was like, And I kind of imagined it being like just a regular table for like other table games, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons or stuff like that. So that's what I ended up putting there. And I actually really enjoy it. It matches the color scheme really well. I use the black one, so I guess there's not much of a color scheme to match, but you know. So I end up using the black one, and then I put one of the like chalkboard things right near it. You'll see what I mean. But I end up putting one of the chalkboard things like right next to it, and it looks like it just has like a bunch of writing on it. So basically I use that as like in my head, that's like a Dungeons and Dragons like rule board or something. I don't really know Dungeons and Dragons well, but that was just kind of my thoughts on that. It was just like a rule board, or like a Dungeons and Dragons every Thursday night at 7 p.m. or whatever. Like, I don't know. I know it's super random, but that was just my thought. And Yeah, I don't really know exactly who would live in this living room, or who would live in the house that this living room is in. But I pictured, I actually knew a guy a while ago that, um, the first time we actually like hung out, we went to his friend's house, and his friend was like, I don't know, I guess like very put together and like very adult, and but also had like a little bit of a nerdy side. So he had like his house was really nice, and um but he still had like a gaming system and a Dungeons and Dragons table, and then like he had like a special area for his cat. So I think that was kind of my like inspiration for this. I don't really know, but that was kind of what I was thinking like halfway through. I was like, huh. So I think that's why I added the table, but I don't know. I really like how this house turned out nonetheless. And I hope you guys like it as well. It is on the gallery if any of you want to download it, though all of my builds are being marked as having CC when they don't, which is super upsetting, but I think I'll be okay. So if you want it, just be sure to like click the include custom content thing so you can see it. It's under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. So feel free to download it, use it in your game, edit it if you want, and show me what you do, because I like to see what people do with my builds. Now, this is kind of a part where I struggled as well. I really didn't know what to put on the walls, so I just like, I really had no clue. But I ended up putting a bookshelf I haven't used in a while on like that big empty wall, and I really like how it looks because I feel like it fits with like how the tables by the fireplace look too. They kind of look built in almost, so that was kind of the goal for the bookshelf as well, and I thought that was super fitting. And I was gonna add like another couch over there, but like that was, I don't know, I thought that was a really dumb idea. So this is where I was like, oh, I should add this. And yeah, we are getting relatively close to the end, not super close though, so I'm gonna stick around for a few minutes. But that's what I'm talking about. So like, I don't know. I mean, I know I don't really know Dungeons and Dragons, but like I know everyone has like their own rules and stuff. So like maybe that's what it, I don't know. And then I'm looking for something else to put on the walls over there, and I just end up actually using those prints, or I don't, are they prints? I don't know what you'd call them really. But I put those on the floor because I love them, and then I was like, oh, I should put a gaming system in here. And I sized it down and put it on the fireplace because it was blocking the TV a little bit. So there's that. And just adding a few more plants around the place because, I don't know. And I tried doing something pretty weird over here. I don't keep it because it looks kind of bad. But, it was an interesting thought, and I think, I don't know, I like it, but it didn't work out how I planned. So, I think my issue was, like, the blacks not matching. So like the black on the plant things weren't matching the black on the shelf, so that was my issue there, but it's okay. And we are getting pretty close to the end of the build. We have about a minute or so left, just some screenshots coming up at the end. So I think I am going to get going right meow. But I hope you guys are having a perfect afternoon, evening, or whatever, wherever you are in your neck of the world. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become a paw parent because I post new videos all the time. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!